Good morning and welcome to Your Daily Sparks. You know, we praise people for what they do. Advancing the company, receiving a promotion, that sort of stuff, making high grades, getting on an honour roll somewhere. Rarely does someone become famous based on lofty character traits alone. They have to publish or score or sell or win or record or do whatever they do to get accolades from the world. You know, and if they do enough of it, we hope at the right time they will get recognised. This method of praising others is often the way we actually approach praising God. You know, our first question is, what has God done to benefit me? The quality of blessing equals the quality of our thanks. But God tells us a lot about himself in the scriptures. He also proclaims that he does many things. He says, I fulfill my oath. I am mighty to save. He should be praised for these deeds, absolutely. But when our worship becomes contingent on God doing the things we want, then we walk on dangerous ground. God will not be managed or manipulated by our desires. When Moses shared God's message that he would save his people, God begins and ends the address with, I am the Lord. In fact, he repeats this phrase in Exodus over 130 times and right throughout the Old Testament when addressing Israel. God wants his people to know he expects that worship would be the byproduct of relationship, not based on what God does. Our worship of God must be centered on the clear knowledge of who he is, not what he does or what he can do for us, but who he is. So today, why don't you worship God for who he is and trust him that he will arrange things instead of going to God with a list of demands and saying, unless you do this, I'm not going to worship you. That's not worship. That's reward, and he doesn't need our reward. He wants relationship. We'll see you tomorrow.